Hello, welcome to, wait, I'm gonna eat my mint first. Hello, welcome to the chaos that's gonna be this video. At the end of the week, I'm playing a new D&D session on the table that I made last time. But just one problem, I don't have the scatter terrain. But I wouldn't be me if I wasn't gonna try to make a bunch of terrain pieces by the end of the week. But the important part, I designed an encounter with these guys. I say guys, but I just have one, which is the problem, because I want 4 of these. So yeah, we better start. Okay, what do we need? I already went to the secondhand store and got the most important part. Dolls. And then I also bought some knickknacks, but you can ignore this. I started with the cutting of the legs. I know it's gruesome, but it had to be done. When cutting them up, I try my best to cut them as straight as possible, so it's easy to build on top of them. I then used foam tape that I textured to make beams. And my most easy solution for roofs, thick paper cut out in a half circle. Now, as part of this video, I'm going to be making terrain with legs. And now that the Hazelands is starting to grow, I would really like to challenge you to be part of it. It's a lot of work building an entire world on your own. So if you have some spare dolls or legs lying around, I'd like to challenge you to make some... What the f is that? Let's interrupt this. There's a giant snail there, just on my window. Oh, buddy. Ow, look how cool he is. Sorry. He looks so cool. This could be my new pet. Maybe we should make something in honor of this guy as well. Ow, okay, but I'm gonna put him outside because that's where he lives. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I'd like to challenge you to add to the world. Make a piece of terrain that has legs, any type, any shape, any size, so we can have fun together. Ah! I wanted each roof to look a bit different, so I tried adding some details with foam clay. I tried to create a curly rooftop and a little side tower. Unfortunately, it had no structural integrity and it kind of sagged really badly, even when I tried to support it with numerous objects. Then I had a pot of conditioner, which had a shape that I really liked. So I tried out a technique I thought of in the shower and created arches using a sheet of thin EVA foam. Looking back at it now, I probably should have measured it out, because it looks messy as heck. But yeah, I didn't, so this is how it looks. Previously had laser cut out one base, so I tried to figure out a way to make the leg attach. I fiddled around a bit and managed to screw it through the plastic into the base, and then used some milliput to attach the tower to the leg. To smooth out the bottom, I just used some air dry clay and it all stayed in one piece pretty alright. Okay, so this is day 2. Unfortunately, this cool thingy has completely drooped down, so I had one problem last time, that I didn't have any bases. So I looked around to see what I already had, and I have these coasters, wooden coasters. Oh my god, I thought they would be way too small, but they're about the same size. Okay, no, this is perfect then. But I'll be able to glue these on here, and we'll see how far we get. I started by using the air dry clay to bulk up a little hill for the legs to stand on. When it has dried, I'll try to put some extra glue in there so that I'm sure it stays attached. Okay, I just found this thing, which is like a big bottle to blow bubbles, but it has a really cool shape. So I'm thinking I might take it easy and just cut this off and give it a little roof. I think that'll look like a grey tower. Using a bit of foam board, I made a lid for this tower. I applied some filler and then used a texture roller to create a cool floor look. Using some EVA foam stones, I made the battlements. I then added some details on the inside and the outside. For this session, my players are going to encounter the towers, and inside one of them is the key to make them stop hopping. So I wanted them all to have some kind of interior. So I have this tower, but it's a little bit bland. So I'm adding some nice floors. It's really hard to get them in. And the nice thing about using this shampoo thing is that it smells great. It smells like coconut. Okay, so it has some floorboards and I put some beams in the sides, on the sides as well. So hopefully when I paint it, it'll look like a nice interior. I really like the idea of a bunch of bricks and tiles with faces, but then I made just this one and it took me about 15 minutes, so I stopped at that one. Now it's time for the slowest part, shingling. Flip a few up so it just looks a little messier. The story for this is about the king who lost his castle. He stole the witch's cauldron to make himself the most handsome man in the land. However, anyone should know that a witch's cauldron only listens to its owner. So, of course, the spell backfired. In a huge puff of smoke, the castle sprung legs and hopped away in pieces. So it's the player's task to retrieve the cauldron and bring it back to the witch. But the towers hop around dangerously, of course. The challenge is finding which of these towers hold the cauldron. This is why I use jars to make the towers. The players can open them up and hopefully discover the cauldron inside. Or just a cake. So I just base coated all of them. I didn't spray the clay, or at least try to, so it has the chance to still dry a little. I'm just gonna pack everything up and hopefully I have some time tomorrow morning to give them a lick of paint and then they're finished. So we have a local game group where we organize a day to play games. We rent this huge basement and then people post all the games they want to run, like RPGs and war games. And what made me even happier is that some of my friends even made their own mini based on the character sheets that I had prepared. So I wasn't able to finish the towers completely before playing, but I would still like to finish them, so I'm just gonna do a few touch-ups now. And lastly, flocking. I had some tiny mushrooms and a tiny little snail, so I just painted those up and they were the cherries on top. The towers are finished! I will show you them in a little bit more close-up, but first of all, I really want to thank my patrons for supporting me and making it possible for me to make these videos. And then I'm really excited to see what you do with my little prompt. While I was sick, I sculpted a bunch of legs, so if you don't feel like sacrificing a doll, you can always download one of those legs. I will put them up for free on my Patreon, and you can just print them out and build something on top. Alright, thanks for watching!